Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to be talking to you all about a legendary stone. It's called Lapis Lazuli. This is a crystal that actually looks fake. It's so naturally blue and so naturally beautiful that lots of people do try to fake it. It should be higher end, it should be harder to get. It should be somewhat pricey when you do get it because a good lapis is pricey. Now, people who work, people who have boats like to have their extra expensive countertops made out of it, but it is extremely beautiful as a stone and it does pretty much everything. This is a very, very special crystal because it's the crystal of Saint Michael the Archangel. Now, this crystal resonates heavily with the third eye chakra. It's an extremely protective crystal. It's an extremely empowering crystal. It's really just, I'm not really too sure about what online says, but I'm just going to be talking about my own experience. People think that this necklace, which is labradorite, is lapis lazuli. I can see that, but labradorite shines. Lapis lazuli shines in its own way. This has to be one of the coolest crystals ever. Like, this is one of the coolest crystals ever. I mean, just look at how blue it is. How do you not love it? I have this on my website, but lapis lazuli is, I'm going to start off with its protective aspects because I think that's very important. There's different facets to lapis lazuli, but lapis lazuli is extremely protective. People don't even know that. It has an ability to send negative energy back to the people who have sent it. Basically, how does it do that? So every crystal for sending negative energy back to people who have sent it to you, send it back a little bit differently. Lapis lazuli actually can help arm your angels and arm your spirit guides with a very specific energy, especially when it has a flecks of pyrite in it, which is one way you can tell if it's real. A lot of times it is real, but people fake and dye anyway, because not all lapis looks like this. This is naturally blue lapis. It's insane how beautiful and blue this lapis is, but how do you know your lapis lazuli is real? Well, the first time I ever had lapis lazuli, and it wasn't from my original vendors, is basically when I had lapis lazuli and I was wearing it, it started, I was in a park and it started raining, and I didn't know because the lapis lazuli wasn't overly pricey to get. I'm like, there's something wrong with this and this is when I was first starting, when I'm first delving into wearing a bunch of crystals. I wore a bunch of crystals and it started raining in the park and it started dripping off on me. And that's how I found out because it was really dyed onto there. Like, it was really dyed on. But I was at the park in front of the swings and it started raining and I started melting blue. I felt so just embarrassed because I'm just imagine that. This is why you should get crystals from my website, floridastoneman.com, because when you go to the park and you're wearing your crystals, you're not going to start dripping blue. It was dripping down my clothes. It was dripping on the ground. And it was real lapis, but it was really dyed. So that's one way they fake crystals as well, such as lapis lazuli. So I was wearing a crystal and I didn't even know it was real, but it was dyed, so I was getting the energy from it. But people will dye it regardless. Dyed lapis does look cool if the dyed lapis doesn't really, if it doesn't come off. When you go to my website and you get lapis from my website, it's not dyed, it's not heat treated. It comes from Afghanistan and it's very beautiful. This is ethically harvested lapis lazuli from Afghanistan because they do have lapis lazuli from Afghanistan that is not ethically harvested, and there's really bad energy behind how they got lapis lazuli. But this lapis lazuli is extremely protective. Like I said, it passes. When people send you psychic attack or gossip or any kind of dark energy and they send some kind of shade at you, the lapis lazuli helps your guides literally be armed with a specific kind of ray of energy, the blue ray of energy, so that they may send it back, and whoever sent the dark energy to you, it hits them in a very specific way. It hits them with, because their own guides, if they still have good guides around them, and that person did some kind of black magic on you, sent you some kind of bad energy, their guides will help send back the negative energy to them as well, just so they learn, so they become a better person, so they don't do it again. For example, if that person's grandma was a peaceful person in life, and in afterlife, that's a realm of truth. They can see everything. They know behind the meaning of every situation. And that person's just mad, and that person, because they're just envious of you, they sent you a curse or a hex, and that person's grandma's like, hey, this person should not be getting hit by the hex. We're going to help send it back, and lapis lazuli helps actually arm the guides of the person who is sending negative energy, assuming that their guides haven't left, because when that person does enough black magic, the guides will just leave. So the grandma will be like, okay, I'm peeling out of here. I'll help someone else in the family. I'm not gonna help this person who's just gonna do black magic and really bad things. But that's one cool thing Lapis Lazuli does. It's very interesting how that works, because the return to senders isn't just from your angels, it's from your angels, their angels. Assuming they're still around, because sometimes angels just leave if you're just keeping a bad person. But that's one weird, strange thing about Lapis Lazuli, especially the specks of iron pyrite in Lapis Lazuli. So the pyrite literally just bounces it back like a mirror. It has little tiny mirrors in it. One thing with Lapis Lazuli as well is I have Lapis Lazuli in my necklace. It does come in darker shades. People don't even know I'm wearing Lapis Lazuli. Maybe if I got more brighter blue lapis, which I might in the future. I like this dark inconspicuous. Inconspicuous. You found a word I can't say. Inconspicuous. This hidden Lapis Lazuli. Okay, let me talk another part about Lapis Lazuli. It's good for, what's it called? The throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. It's good for self-expression and speech. Obviously not with the word inconspicuous. So, yeah, it's not going to help me say the word inconspicuous. I should have, rehearsed that word before the video, but, inconspicuous. This hidden gemstone, it's hidden into my neck. Yes. Like I said, when you guys watch my videos, you're just getting my knowledge based on my experience, knowledge based on me helping other people. But Lapis Lazuli is very good for speech and helping you communicate, and it's really good for self-expression. Obviously not the word I was trying to say earlier. Might have to get a blue lace agate choker for that, but but Lapis Lazuli is very good to help you really tap into your passions, your truth. It helps you really, since it's of the third eye especially, because this color identically resonates with this chakra. It really helps you identify your passions based on your intuition. So if you're not really sure what your passions are, or what you should be doing, or what you should not be doing, it really helps armor your intuition so you know what to do. It helps with the fluidity of creative expression, which is everything when it comes to your third eye. Lapis Lazuli is very, very good for helping you be intuitive. Now that's a beautiful one as well. So when you have Lapis Lazuli on you, you'll just be knowing things that no one else knows. You'll just be like, oh, whatever. And people are like, how do you know that? And you could be right about something 6 months ahead of time. I was right about things around, I'm not going to say when, but when certain events happened. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And Lapis Lazuli definitely did help with that. I can't even say that on this video, but when certain things happened, Lapis Lazuli helped me see things about way more than 6 months ahead of time. This paired with a crystal such as Hawk's Eye, and you're gonna have a Hawk's Eye vision when it comes to seeing things way ahead of time, just events, anything, absolutely anything. It really opens up your dreams. It helps with astral travel. Yeah, astral travel. How do you astral travel? I'm not going to teach that, because you have to know your guides. Your guides have to approve of you astral traveling. You have to be in a good place spiritually and emotionally and physically for you to astral travel correctly. I'm not teaching that on my channel anytime soon. And there's a whole rule book with astral traveling. There's do's and don'ts. There's things you can't do. There's things you don't leave around your room. There's things that you're not supposed to have outside. There's just so many different things. You can leave this by your windows to protect your house. You can work with St. Michael the Archangel with Lapis Lazuli. This is literally the communication stone for talking to St. Michael the Archangel. So if you are someone who is very close to St. Michael and you wear a choker, or even just press it against your throat for a few hours at a time, which can get annoying, that's why I suggest a choker, it really, really helps you tap into the blue ray, the blue flame, and his essence. And it's also of the third eye chakra, so it helps you really intuitively understand his energy and really pick up on his energy. Because his energy, Lapis Lazuli helps you reach a vibration that helps you perceive St. Michael the Archangel, the actual St. Michael the Archangel. Not these foolish people online talking about, I contacted St. Michael and he pointed me to demons. Yeah, your vibration wasn't high enough and you didn't make it to St. Michael's vibration, and something lower on your vibration actually picked up the phone when you called and you actually believed it, and now you're working with trickster spirits at the most. So yeah, I'm talking about the real Archangel Michael here, not Archangel, just non-Archangel, those spirits acting like archangels might as well be those Halloween winged angels, just like they put on a costume, and yeah, they might come off in the mirror dimensions as Saint Michael the Archangel. I already made a video about that. Go check that out. But Lapis Lazuli really helps you actually communicate with his essence. It helps you reach his vibration. It embodies the blue ray. I can't get over the beauty of this stone. This has to be one of my favorite stones. I'm actually I believe I'm going to get brighter blue Lapis Lazuli. Now, with Lapis Lazuli, there's a whole bunch of colors. There's the really dark lapis, there's the bluish lapis, there's the denim lapis, which almost looks like soda light. I don't call that lapis. I mean, it still has the energies of lapis, but a lot more white and a lot more crown chakra elements. This is pure Lapis Lazuli. You can get it from my website, floridastoneman.com. Eventually, I'll have a necklace out of it too. How beautiful, how absolutely beautiful is this crystal? Oh my Lord, it's so beautiful. How do you not get over the beauty of this stone? It's naturally this color. It looks like a bird egg. Just how beautiful is this stone? How wonderful. And I mean, it's just a happy stone as well. So it's protective. It opens your intuition, your psychic abilities, astral travel, lucid dreaming. Eventually, I'll teach different astral exercises with your third eye. So you can put Lapis Lazuli to your third eye. And if you'd like to see the beach, make sure you're grounded, make sure you're centered, put it to your third eye, and visualize one spot on the beach that you normally go to, and you'll be able to just look around on that spot with enough practice, so you can actually just basically look around the beach. You can look behind you, in front of you. You might see something on the beach like, oh, someone left a towel, and then you'll drive to the beach, and there's actually a towel where you just looked. Yeah, don't be surprised, because everything's really connected. Lapis Lazuli is really good for helping us open that intuition as well. Lapis Lazuli is good for love as well, a different kind of love, a soul love. So basically a love when it comes to just really feeling, because when you start following your passions, you start doing what you're doing, you're aligning yourself on the right track, you're fixing your head, and this fixes head fog as well. Not similar to amethyst, but it does fix head fog. When you align to your life's path, you meet other people who are on your life's path as well, and you intuitively meet the right people. So this is very good for in love situations where, should I talk to this person? Or like, hey, I should not really talk to this person. I have an intuition not to talk to them. And that Lapis Lazuli is really going to help you with that. How cool is Lapis Lazuli? How exciting is this stone? How beautiful is Lapis Lazuli? I'm so excited about this stone. I mean, just holding the crystal's energy just makes me very happy, and it makes me feel vibrant and just very intuitive. I can't say inconspicuous, but I can say Lapis Lazuli is absolutely beautiful. And I have this on my website, floridastoneman.com, 100% undyed. And that story about the park, I'll never forget that. I'll tell you the full story. I was also wearing rubies that I didn't know were dyed, and they started leaking, and I'm leaking. They're just at the park leaking like a blue color, which it was pretty cool, but not to my clothes, not to the car, or not to anything, like just because other people saw me leaking the lapis and the ruby bracelet. It just left a really bad imprint. It didn't leak as much as lapis, but most people are selling fake lapis. People are selling dyed sodalite. Imagine that, people faking Lapis Lazuli because it's expensive. Oh, yeah, people do that all the time. So good lapis it can be really tough to get because most lapis does not look very beautiful. Like, on my website, I have the darker shades, the one I personally wear myself, because the darker shades also help take you down a notch and really just ground you. Lighter shades, they're cool, they're flashy, a little more uncommon. I might have the lighter shades on my website in the future. I just really trust the source of the ethically harvested source I get mine from. I have to do more research before I include another brighter version of lapis on my website around the region that lapis comes from to make sure it's 100% ethically harvested, ethically mined, because I do know what's going on in that area. But again, this is ethically mined, ethically harvested. Lapis Lazuli is good for luck, and it's good for luck and money as well, because it's literally a stone of royalty. So for the same reasons that amethyst is good for royalty and luck, so is lapis. Lapis is absolutely wonderful for luck and for money because it helps you be intuitive when it comes to your career path, intuitive when it comes to your career field. It helps you really just really know what you should be doing. Like, it really, if something's up, and people are like, I don't want my third eye open, I want my third eye closed, I don't want to see ghosts. What does it mean to have your third eye closed? To not have any intuition, to feel lost in the world, to not really know where you're heading? So you really want your third eye closed because you don't see ghosts? Well, seeing ghosts is an acquired ability when it comes to the third eye. I'll talk about spiritual gifts eventually, but that's a gift that you'll have to exercise. So basically, people can have open third eyes, but it takes exercising, practicing things, because you get to choose, not always, but you get to choose at first when you start seeing different beings. your energy that you put off and what you're doing really attracts beings that are around you. So when you start seeing angels, you'll start seeing more wisps of light. You'll just start seeing light shadows and light fog and just different orbs of light. When you're darker, you're gonna see these weird flashes of light. So you'll just see like see in my background, you'll see like just little things watching, like, and they'll just be moving around like this. You'll be like, what was that? Yeah, so it's a dark entity that's gotten into your house because you did some kind of black magic. But yeah, Lapis Lazuli is absolutely wonderful. It's good for relationships. It's good for wealth and abundance in terms of royalty and in terms of really knowing what you should do, because you can't have money or wealth or prosperity or any kind of luck if you don't have a good head on your shoulders. Lapis Lazuli is one of those stones, and this is not this disclaimer, this is not a video talking about any kind of remedies or anything like that when it comes to physical stuff, but it's said to be good for, not good, the best for migraines, spiritual migraines, and it's said to be the best for spiritual vertigo. So yeah, there's so many different sources online that talk about different medical effects in crystals. I mean, it alleviates the spiritual effects. These are for spiritual uses only. So yeah, this is the best stone for vertigo and for migraines. So yeah, it really helps chill your mind out. Helps you feel really good. Helps you feel really. When you get Lapis Lazuli, you're protected and intuitive. How awesome is that? Like, when you have a certain knowing, because this helps with all of your gifts, not just some, all of your gifts as a collective. When Lapis Lazuli helps open one gift, it'll open all the other ones as well, especially clairvoyance and seeing. I mean, when you use Lapis Lazuli, you can literally just stare into the stone and just like literally scry. So take Lapis Lazuli, even as a bracelet, you can just stare into the bracelet or stare into the palm stone, and it literally triggers your third eye into opening and awakening. So how awesome is that? That's everything about Lapis Lazuli that you guys should know. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!